Alright, I think we're live. We're just going to get right into it. For some disc golf, hole number 1 here at one of my local courses. Hopefully chat shows up. Okay. Today we are going to work on mid-range, partly because I don't have a driver anymore. It's gone. So we're going to roll with this guy, mid-range, and this guy. Gotta do a little stretchy stretch with my old ass. There's a couple dogs in the park today. Oh, there's the owner. Unleashed. It's all good. Hopefully they don't chase my discs. So I'm just gonna get right into it. When I first started, I was releasing up here, so we want to try and get down here. Not terrible. I think we're gonna go light today. We're just gonna, unless it's a terrible throw, we're just gonna roll with one shot per attempt, unless it's terribly egregious. There's our hole. This park, fortunately, is fairly quiet during the day, or in the morning at least. With school in session, aside from dog walkers and people walking around the park, it should be fairly quiet. It's overcast today, so hopefully we're just gonna get a nice cool round in. This is our, let me switch, still figuring this bad boy out. There's our hole, putter. Still figuring this thing out. I don't know how. I don't want to put it right behind me. That's fine. Nope. Another one. Here's the other putter I'm using. It says bullseye, but that's going to be a lie today. Oh my God. All right. I should take best of, but I think we're just gonna, any second shot I take, I'm just gonna toss it in, but I'm just gonna use my first toss as my score. Let's just put you right here. Flip your ass around. I mean, that was a good shot. This one is a bit off. Alright, that's 4. On to hole number 2. This course is, I mean, pretty much wide open. There's maybe 2 holes, maybe 3 holes that there's a threat of trees. 18 in particular is probably the worst. Every time I throw on that one that goes into the woods. That's where I lost the driver last time. I throw from the red. This is the blue tee for hole 2. Going, the hole is right there. But I have to throw from the red tees because my knees and back are trash. Today is going to be all backhand. My shoulder is too jacked up for anything forehand related. Alright, now we're going right there. I mean, we're attempting to go right there. We do have a little bit of a breeze coming in. Going that way. So we're going to try and throw into the wind and have it come back down. Fairly straight. It's about halfway there. Whoa. I think every 2 holes we'll go through and write down our score. Again, this is a test stream, so we're going to go as long as we can, as long as the battery lasts. Hopefully we can get through 18 with it going good, and hopefully it doesn't rain. It's not in the forecast, but kind of looks it's a little sketchy, but I think we'll be all right. Let's try that again. Putter. Too high. Not far enough right, but we'll take it. I am consistently getting bogeys on all these holes. I mean, everything's a par 3. My biggest problem is not being able to throw it very far. But we're going to play anyways. And this will be for par. Where did you end up? Oh, it's right there. Alright, and we're just going to use that putter and move up out of that tall grass, because what's that nonsense? Oh, whore. Alright, on to hole number 3. The hole is down in those trees. Tee box is right here. This one, if you can let it rip, it'll get between two of those trees down there. Once I set you up with, it's kind of hard to see back there in the shade. Where are you? Right there. This tripod is kind of sketchy. Nope. Terrible. All right, about halfway. See if we can get close enough to par this, because we got 2 straight bogeys so far. There's the hole down there. Sorry about the loud trucks. I mean, it's just fucking loud trucks everywhere. Alright, so we see it down there. It's hard to see. Put you back here. Alright, back to our yellow putter. So I gotta get it under these branches here. I mean, even being this close, it's hard to see. The basket's right there. So we're just gonna try and get it low enough and maybe have it come back to the left. But it's too close probably. Oh boy. We're gonna throw another one. Head on to that one for a little bit too long. There we go. Not bad. I'm just hoping that nothing gets stuck in the tree today. Alright, player 1 has a 20-foot putt. Nope, not high enough. Player 2 always wins. Every single time. Alright, switch you back to this. That's hole 3 complete. Hole 4, blue tee is here. We're going to go up to the red tee though. Once again. This is kind of the theme of this park. There's trees, but I mean, and there's also a wood line, but it is very forgiving. We're gonna head that direction there. You can see the hole just on the there, and we're kind of on a hill, so let me put you up here. Stinger. We'll take it. That's the kind of what I'm trying to get at with this round, is keeping it low. Whenever I throw it high, it just kind of floats, and then it usually actually kind of dives back towards me, where it just stalls. It doesn't have enough RPMs to cut through the air, so it just stalls in the air and then drops pretty much straight down. And those are not great shots. But I think I'm working myself out of it. Alright, pretty good drive. Let's see if we can get close enough where we can par this shit. We're gonna go bullseye. Samurai. Player fucking 2. Impossible to beat. Player 2 might be on PEDs. Or they're higher than I am. Hard to say. I didn't even see where my player 1 landed. I'm counting it. We're counting that. Alright, that's par. We started bogey, 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 par. See a few more cars showing up, so I think it's too crowded. I'll probably just shut this off. Oh yeah, I was about to walk to the wrong hole. This is hole number 5. We're going through this gap between that bush and then the hole is just past this bush, so we're going to try and get to that gap. Unfortunately, the wind's coming right at us. It's actually a pretty strong breeze. So these are the important ones to keep down low. Wind's coming right at me, so I'm going to see if it'll die down some. Alright, that might actually work. I think that got beyond that bush. And if it put us on the other side, then we might be money. Alright, here's the bush. That's the gap that we need to hit. It should be right on the other side of that bush. You can see the hold on the other side of that tree. Oh yeah, here's that. Alright, I don't think I'm going to get it. Obviously not through the tree, but how are we going to get around that? I think maybe we'll just try and go left to right here. Oh, or we're just going to do that right into the tree. We'll put that tree there. Alright, samurai. Gonna have to do. Alright, looks like player 2 is closer again. Player 1. That hit the tree. I'm going to switch you around because there's somebody walking over here and I don't want to get them on camera. Morning. All right. On to hole 6. Anytime I put myself in selfie mode, I noticed my wonderful second chin. I think I saw two other people out here getting ready to throw. So I think we're just gonna make a quick drive off of this tee box, and then we're gonna keep it moving. Going?
Good, hey.
Pretty nice day for this, huh?
Oh yeah, a little bit of wind, make it interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
That's the direction I wanted. That kind of put me pretty far away from the hole, but it's not in the trees, so I count that as a win. All right, there's our frisbee. There's our disc. Sorry, there's our disc, and the hole is over there. And there's another round trip. All right, put you right there. We're gonna go with another mid-range. Wind's coming in this way. Oh boy. Got lucky on that one. Player 2 again. Player 2 doing player 2 things. I mean, I guess I could do best of shots, but I kind of, maybe next time. But it looks like I've had a good connection this whole time, so we can expect to be able to do this fairly often. I mean, it's not too far away. Not player 2 worthy, but all right. Let's move to putter. We'll go with bullseye. Not terrible. I mean, it's pretty good, but still, that's a par shot. Let's see if player 2 can hit par. Coming from right there. Ground is very soft. Alright, this next one is you have to split a gap early, but it's also right next to the road. So I'm going to try and get into this little where the tee box is and get moving pretty fast, because I mean it's literally right on the road where all these loud trucks are driving through. I might need a mute actually if one comes by. This one I would usually do a forehand because of the gap, but that shoulder is too jacked up. There's our gap. And we're just gonna rip it and get moving. I don't know, maybe I'll throw just to get it through. Oh boy. Well, that this lives there now. Let's try this again. All right, we got it through. Never have I been happier that nobody's watching this. I think it came down somewhere over here. I do not see it. And since I'm in shorts, I don't really want to go in there. But, I don't know. Let's go in there and see. Maybe once all this stuff starts dying, we'll be able to get in there, but not now. So we're down to one mid-range left. I have 3 putters for some reason, but here's our mid-range shot here. And we're going to break out our bullseye putter. Terrible, but I got too high. See, when I get it that high, it just kind of falls off. I mean, I'm not throwing it terribly hard, but it's not great when it gets up that high, especially with a little bit of wind. All right, here's our par shot coming up. Two bogeys. Alright, so what I think we've seen two other disc golfers are just starting off on hole one. Bogeys all around. Alright, on to the next. I believe this is hole 8 or 9. Hole 8. This one is the basket's tucked behind some trees. You can see it. I would just have to go into these trees here. Yeah, we're just gonna toss it and keep it moving. All right, here we go. I just kind of want to get it into the clearing so I can get a good second shot. That's not too far, but one, it's not in the woods, and B, it's I should have a good line on the basket from here, but it's still too far, and there might be a couple trees in the way. There's the basket there. And there's my disc. We're gonna go bullseye. I need to do more of. Keep that low. Even though it's not going super far. Alright. I'm just going to grab the one out of the woods and not even worry about playing that. It landed, where did you land? Looks like it was fairly close to the edge. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Almost had that one. bogeys. Alright. This hole is actually hole 8 and 19. 19 comes from way down there. They added hole 19 and 20 going back in the direction of the parking lot. But I usually just do the regular 18. There's somebody walking on the path close to our fairway, so we're going to let them walk through. Alright. Hole is down there. Kind of what we're looking for right now is just finding my proper throw technique. I'm not super worried about it going too far. We're going into the wind right now, so that makes it a little bit it's more important to keep it low like that, even if it doesn't go too far. As you see the hole down there, so we just gotta keep it fairly straight. Again, we're gonna stick to going low with old bullseye. Try not to hit that squirrel. Just roll like that. I mean, for now, we're just going to try and keep it slow and smooth, and then we'll just gradually, over time, grip it and rip it, I guess. Yellow, and then the white one's right there. This is par, by the way. All right, bogey shots coming up. Bogey. 2 more buddies. Alright, that was the front 9. All bogeys except for one par. There's a bunny rabbit. What are you doing, bunny rabbit? You trying to play around? Huh? Were you trying to play around? Can I play through? Oh, you're just eating clover? Okay. That's fine. Just fucking chill. Hole is out here. Oh no, it's over here. Right there. Right. Like it's too high. Yeah, I'll just dive down like that. But it's straight, so we know what we need to fix. Kind of smells a little skunkish over here. Alright, here's our second shot. Fairly straightforward. Caught that one and just took it. We're gonna throw a. Yeah, the wind's coming right at you now. That was a lot better. Alright. Where did our other one go? Somewhere over here, I think. That second shot was actually probably my best one today, I think. Stayed straight and it caught the wind a little bit, but the wind didn't affect it too much. Alright, well, our first shot isn't terrible. It's just right there. But our second shot is so much better. Let's bring out old Samurai. Not great. Gotta work on leveling that out. Alright, so here is our third shot from old Mr. Yellow. Alright, so I think my best score here is plus 15 or 16. And we're on pace for plus 17. I think this is probably the windiest it's been since I've started playing, which has only been about a month. Hole is straight dead ahead, right there, just to the right of that tree there. This one we definitely gotta keep low because that tree there right in the middle can cause some problems. Very good. Felt good. Kind of got us right there in the center of the fairway, which on this hole I've hit this tree, I've hit that tree. Roommate got it stuck up in that tree. I've hit all these trees. I mean, just like, if there's a tree on this course, I've either peed on it or hit it. This is going to be a good second shot. That old man's making me nervous. Let's go again. Maybe a little flatter this time. I mean, that's par. And we're gonna count that shit. I blame that old man. Oh, this is a Viking putter. I haven't really fired that one before. It just stays in the bag. You can see why. Alright, let's switch it over to this. I'm always nervous about showing cars on stream. Two pars so far. Almost forgot my Viking. That's all you're good for, screwing around. Alright, T-box is right here for the next hole. Hole 12, I think, yep. This one again is fairly straightforward. that. Okay. So we're going there. Probably too high. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a putter, see what we can get out of it. Let's go Samurai. Not terrible. I mean, it's not good. But it's straight. So we'll take it. All right, and so this is what I would typically throw my mid-range at, this kind of distance. So we're gonna try and get it down there. They kind of landed right next to each other, the putter and the mid-range. Not bad. And moving on up. So our second shot got us, I mean, pretty much to that tree right there. And now we are shooting for par here. I'm going to switch over to IRL. Can I do that? Yeah. IRL. Okay. Save. There is our pass kit. There's that disc. The other one is somewhere over here. But I'm more worried about this one that I'm at right now. That putter just kind of went, it got in there and just went straight left. So it was about 20 feet back that way. I'm overdoing it then. That's kind of where my putting ability is. If I can get it, hitting it from this far out is not going to happen. At least not yet with my technique. Once I get it to a point where I'm throwing flatter instead of it coming down at an angle like that, then I think we'll be Doing better. Hey. Bogey. Bogey. Alright, well, we're still doing alright with our, alright for me. We got 2 pars so far. 5 and 10, I think. Alright, you can see the basket up by that barn. Here's the blue tee, red tee is up here. Alright, we're just at an hour now. We're at 66% battery life. So 18 holes solo I think I can do. If the roommates come out, I don't know if it'll last that long because it'll be a little bit longer to stream, but not terrible. Okay, again we have wind coming in our face. It's hard to see, but it's coming straight this way. So again, we want to keep it low. Low and in the middle of the fairway. Not terrible, it's going to be behind that tree. Going to be behind that, looks like a maple, so we can, we should be able to throw it around it, but we're gonna aim for par again. Alright, so right there, coming up on it, just behind the tree. So we're gonna have to go up and around it, I think. Sounds like an acrobatic squirrels around here. We're gonna move over to the bullseye. So that forearm didn't feel too bad, so I'm going to try it with the putter, because this, I'm not going to tell you where this went. With that, the white mid-range actually got up there for par, so we're going to try this. Not bad. That fucking destroys my sore shoulder though. So we're shooting for par. We're gonna get at least 1 par. And I'm gonna count it, because that's what we do. Alright, so there's the yellow, and then the white one is just up there, about 4 feet from the basket. Although this one, yeah. We're gonna have to delete that footage. Nobody's gonna see that. So that's 3 pars for the day. We got 1, 2, 5 more holes, I think. This is the blue tee for this hole, which is down. You can see right there in the center of the screen. I mean, actually, the red ones are right there. I'm just gonna set up here and throw from the blue because it's straight and probably more forgiving, and it's a little bit less going right into the wind. So we're going for that, and we just want to get it in the middle of the fairway. And now the wind's coming straight this way. Yes, felt pretty good. Probably about halfway, maybe a little bit more than halfway to the Tweezy Musket. I don't know if I'm ever going to do a run-up, but the standstill feels fairly well on the knees and the back. So if we can keep that and then just get our mechanics down at a standstill, then we're just going to stick to that. Because I would probably trip over my own fucking feet doing a run-up. Alright, here we go. Bullseye. This one, we're going to rip it a little bit. Pretty common for me there with that yellow one. Let's keep this down. Tell you, that mid-range probably feels the best of any of the discs I've thrown today. It's at least the most consistent. That damn yellow one always ends up finding a tree somewhere. Alright, we're going to set up our camera over here. We're going to try and toss all of these in. But there's somebody walking, and I don't want to get him on camera, so we're just going to put it like that. Take this time to write down my scores. Par. And 10 we got a par. And 12 we got a par. That was a bogey. Sorry, I think it was 12 bogey, 13 par. I have to edit it in UDisc after we're done this. But we're not doing too bad today. Score would say otherwise, but I'm at least feeling good about it. On to 15. I got all my discs. I'm gonna have to invest in more because we're down one today, and then last time I played I lost another one on 18. Not fun. I'm gonna leave you up here because we're by the road. But there's our pin, and we're just gonna try to get in the middle of the fairway. The wind is coming right to left. That one felt really good. I think I'm getting that low screamer coming pretty well. This will be a putting opportunity, that's for sure. I mean, hitting a birdie. Kind of a fever dream for me, but we're gonna try. Yeah, that was a pretty good throw. Here we are right here. I'm gonna give myself 2 opportunities for birdie. We're gonna start with bullseye, and then we'll move to samurai. Wind's at my back now. Nope. All right. Hit the pole. But that's a par, so we will definitely take that. That will make 4 pars for the day. Look, the samurai is actually up on the pole. Slow it. It's alright, no, strippers are great. I love strippers. Mostly because of that glitter, but par. Par, and par. Alright, on to 16, last 3. This one, the basket's pretty close to, I think that's 11. Some kind of septic system up here, it looks like. Well, the tee box is on a hill, so we're going to put you down here. And there's a tree pretty much right on the fairway, so we're going to try and aim. I'm coming from this I'm shooting from this direction, so that tree is in my way, and the hole is right behind it by about 75 feet. So we're just going to try and go to the right of that tree and have it slip in from right to left, although the wind is coming from left to right. Let's just keep it working. Didn't really keep it low, but it worked. Got around the tree that I needed to get around. Put us in a position to, I mean, it's going to be a long birdie attempt, but it'll put us in a position to hit par. (10:06). So what are we at? An hour 20. So we can get through 18 holes in about an hour and a half, maybe a little bit less. That's not terrible. Sure beats the three and a half hours it takes for regular golf. All right, this one again, we're gonna get 2 shots at. Wind's coming from our back. That one was definitely better. I just don't like throwing that one that goes like almost perpendicular to the ground, because those can, you know, if it's not thrown too hard, they just drop. But if you throw them hard enough and they catch the wind, then they can go a pretty far ways. Somebody walking, I don't want to record. I'm counting par. So that was back-to-back pars there. I'm going to actually write these down so I don't forget. We're coming up on 17 now. Another straight hole with trees on the right and left of the fairway. Kind of a danger zone over there, but we're gonna, I mean, I think every throw I've thrown from this hole, I end up to the right. But today, since I'm throwing well, we're gonna attempt to get over there to the left. Let me switch you. Turn you around. You can barely see the hole. The flag is right there. Alright, we just did back-to-back birdies on 15 and 16. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 birdies so far. Or 5 pars. Birdies. Family dream is that. Alright, here we go. Again, I want to keep it to the left. Not release it too late. We're going to do that. Actually, it landed, I think it landed before the woods. Problem is the trees that are on the right side, they kind of overhang, so you can't really, I mean, you can get it under them, but those of us that are beginners, it's kind of tough. So we're going to try and get it close to the hole, but I think we're going to have a bogey attempt. Alright, where did you land? Oh, here we are. Right there. And you can't even see the hole from where I'm shooting from. So we're just going to try and get it around. Or we're going to just try and hit that tree. I'm going to throw this yellow putter and see how we do. Still too high. Yeah. I have this problem with regular golf. Kind of towards the end of my round. I mean, in regular golf, not even, I mean, it's like by hole 11, I'm feeling done. At least with disc golf. That feeling doesn't hit until hole 16, 17. Nope, that's terrible. I mean, that cutting one that comes in from right to left like that, I feel like the accuracy is getting better, but getting the correct angle on that is difficult if you want to hit it into the, or throw it into the basket. Alright, these are our bogey attempts. Alright, so that was bogey. And on to the 18th hole. So the blue pin, or the blue tee box is up here. The red one is down to the left. So I think I might throw from here actually. And then you can see about the center of the screen is where the yellow flag is. So we're going to try and get it in the center. If you had seen previous round throws on this hole, and me and my two roommates play a couple times. We played this course. I think all of us have thrown it into the woods over here. Even one of them threw their first shot up there to the right, and the second shot ended up far left in the woods. But this right here I think is a good shot. We have a fairly, I just got to keep it straight because it's already going to be leaning to the left. Again, I would be fine with a bogey on this one because I normally don't even finish it. that was even a lot higher than I wanted. And that one's going into the woods. Fortunately, there's a cut in the brush there, so I think that's where it landed, so it should be easy to find. So we're going to play that first one that we threw. It's still kind of far away. So this is our par attempt. I'm going to grab that one from the woods. I might just toss it up just to see what we do. I'm going to get 2 attempts on this one. This is for par. Hit the pole. So we're going to go this is a bogey shot, which, you know, every other time I've played this hole, it's been a double bogey. Strange people follow me around. We're just going to walk through the woods. I'll show you hole 19, but we're not going to play it. You'll see why when we get down there. But we will walk it. Alright, I'm on the tee box right now. And this is the hole that is hole 8. I think it's hole 8's basket. Alright, we got all of our discs. Let me write down my score for the day. We finished bogey. So we went 13 over, which is at least 2 shots better than what my best score here before. So let's head back to the truck. And I might shut down here on the walk, or I'll wait until we get to the truck. Put this bad boy down. All right. Yeah, so this one has trees, trees, and more trees. And I guarantee you I would hit every single one. Alright, we're at an hour and 30 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and call this the end of our stream. So this is going to be clearly a VOD that I watch later, so I don't think I had a single person in chat, which is just fine. Nobody needs to see how terrible I am at this, but now that I know that it works, we're gonna do more of this. So we'll see you next time. Bye.